Good afternoon all, to our studio audience, to our wonderful judges, to our finalists, and of course to our live stream audience. And whilst it's fantastic to have such a large live stream audience, I have to admit I'm extremely relieved that I cannot see you right now, as it would only increase the incredible levels of nervousness and anxiety I'm experiencing. So thank you for having me back, and similar to last year, after hearing about the phenomenal women, our incredible judges, the finalists who have just done amazing things, I can safely assume the position of least accomplished in this room. Yet, ironically, I have never felt prouder to stand next to these women who are making such a worthy contribution to South Africa. We have all spoken excessively about the remarkable, anxiety-ridden, challenging times we are living in, unprecedented in the breadth and depth of its impact both globally and locally. And it begs the question, why? Why us to navigate during this time now? Why you? Why me? And why now? I look around the room at the strength, the perseverance, and the tenacity of our nominees and our finalists, and all the thousands and thousands of South Africans who are equally making a meaningful contribution. People who are willing to stand up and be counted. People who do not hide behind blame and excuses, but instead seek to change the course of history for themselves, their families, and the societies they serve. South Africa is experiencing the biggest crisis we would possibly ever face. And when I ponder what we have to do that's before us, I cannot contemplate the change that is required. We have all been so affected by the devastating impact of both COVID and corruption. Intense turmoil in our political, economic, and personal lives. And like many generations before us, when faced with turmoil, when faced with calamity and uncertainty, we could choose hope, we could choose purpose, and we could strive to make a difference in the world, our South Africa. So what will be the legacy we choose to leave behind? I truly believe that we can choose to make South Africa a country we are proud of again, a place where race, gender, and inequality are not differentiators of success, a place that is free of greed, intolerance, and disrespect, a place where our differences are celebrated, our values ground us, and where people's lives, their livelihoods, and their possessions are respected. Being cognizant of the narrative in South Africa and the roles that we can play and should be playing, and reading through each of the nominations over the course of the past few weeks, I am proud to be part of a purposeful initiative, empowering and creating a meaningful impact in South Africa. I would like to extend again a huge thank you to our finalists and our nominees and our rising stars and those here today. All of you have inspired me with a common thread of the unwavering steadfastness, leadership, and bravery that is woven through your powerful and authentic stories. I'm honored to share a platform with such remarkable, intuitive, passionate, and hardworking women who are just changing the world. Each one of you have been required to adapt and pivot despite very, very tense economic times. And pivoting takes planning, it takes agility, it takes courage. Doris Viljoen, a senior futurist at Stellenbosch University, believes that now is the time for entrepreneurs to spot market gaps and come up with the micro-innovations required to fill them. And who better than women? Numerous global trends were already emerging before COVID-19, and now they provide opportunities for businesses to accelerate that journey. An example we can all celebrate, where courage and innovation persevered, is that of Philippa Gerd, the previous winner of the Santam Women of the Future competition, and the founder and CEO of Recruit My Mums. And like most entrepreneurs and small businesses, Philippa had a tough time during lockdown, and is that not the understatement of the decade? Philippa went from a full job book to next to no job book in a week, and soon realized that her clients would be in a very, very similar position. So she refocused her business to educate and inspire her clients to make the move toward remote working. She founded her business in 2012 to provide opportunities for skilled mothers driven out of the workplace by inflexible working practices. She aimed to find a way to stop the gender and skills leak and identified remote working as a solution very early on. The pandemic has accelerated this adoption of an agenda she has been pushing for the past 8 years. And she believes that the ability to work more flexibly and remotely is a powerful combination that women saw around corners. By refocusing her businesses, she was able to make a difference and at scale. So this example of business intuition and courage are some of the many reasons that Santam, as the leading South African insurer, is involved with the FAIRLADY Women of the Future initiative. We understand that the first 1,000 days of running one's own business are indeed the hardest. And through our support of this competition, we recognize extraordinary women who have made it past the first 1,000 days. Women who are building an empire, changing their communities. Women we want to recognize and propel to grow their businesses. We are passionate about upskilling all stakeholders, particularly women, in the local commercial enterprise space. We see this as one of the foremost ways to catalyze sustainable economic growth in South Africa for generations to come, leaving behind a legacy we can all be proud of. So what are some of those learnings from the entrepreneurial journey? Firstly, perseverance, whilst difficult, will always be rewarded. Give to others, but make yourself a priority. Lead with confidence and clarity. Build a longer table and place community involvement and development at the forefront of your business. But above all else, love the challenge and reward of empowering and supporting those around you. In closing, I wish to reaffirm my respect and appreciation for your courage, your determination, and your spirited approach. Congratulations to our Women of the Future finalists, Social Entrepreneur finalists, and our rising stars. Your achievements are astonishing and indeed remarkable, and the impact and difference you are making will have a ripple effect for generations to come. So reflecting on my previous question, what is the legacy we will leave behind? As women leading into the future, we are called upon to step with bravery and courage. In Malala Yousafzai's wise words, let us make our future now, and let us make our dreams tomorrow's reality. I, for one, when I look around this room, feel the future is safe in your hands. Thank you.